I need the 411.
Okay, the 411 is that...
No.
From
We're in it now.
No, I know. I'm letting you know what we're talking about here because...
Okay.
The fact of the matter is, I loved Lucifer as a show. Yes. I really do. And this does come from a place of love. But season 6 has been dog shit.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It's so hard to say that because I'm someone who loved the first 3, 4, even 5 seasons. But after watching a handful of other shows this last year, season 6 just doesn't stack up. And it's sad, it's annoying, it's disappointing. And while we haven't finished the show yet, there are so many things where I feel like they've wasted episodes with particular storytelling. And that's time I'm not going to get back. And not time that the story's going to get back.
Yeah, that's actually true. Normally, we try to get through any show as quickly as we can. There are certain limitations because we like watching shows together. And we find the time to sit down and watch them together because we enjoy intaking new media like that because we can look over each other and gauge where each of us are as we're watching it, right?
And then break it down. We don't like binging because you don't really get into the story if you binge. It's like you're just peripherally taking it in and not really engaging with the story on hand.
But my point was that it's actually been a struggle to try and finish this season of Lucifer. Season 5 wasn't my favourite, but it was easier to finish because I was rearing to find out what Michael was doing, what shenanigans were going to go on, how Lucifer was going to get through this.
Yeah.
I'm actively avoiding watching Lucifer. We've been watching other things together rather than watch Lucifer.
We've picked up shows while Lucifer's been on, which is something we don't really do. We like to finish a show before we move on to another show. We finished Only Murders in the Building, really good show. We're blitzing through Ted Lasso. It's something which I never really wanted to watch because I remember all the skits with Jason Sudeikis like about 8 years ago now when that first came out. And it was related to Tottenham Hotspur. I'm a Tottenham Hotspurs fan, and it kind of made it more funny because of that fact. But this character is very lovable, very well written, and believable and real. And it's not like he's trying to be something he's not. And I think that's something that Lucifer is trying to be. It's trying to be something which it hasn't been for 4 or 5 seasons. And they're just switching on a dime and talking about all these things which maybe they don't need to be talking about. And trying to insert storylines and plot lines that are completely unnecessary. And when you look at how Only Murders in the Building address some particularly touchy subjects, they did it with class, they did it with elegance, and it was, to put it bluntly, better than Lucifer.
Yeah, I feel like the writing...
Fallen off a cliff, but you can go.
It has. And just the pacing is very off, and it seems odd that this is the final season of Lucifer and they're spending time on things that aren't Lucifer. Because he's the titular character. Of course, there are other characters that we care about, but this story doesn't seem interesting. It's not intriguing me anymore. Everything is easily guessable. And I say that as someone who did not guess the murderer in Only Murders in the Building. But every time something new happens in Lucifer now, we're guessing it already. There is nothing really brand new and shiny that's happening.
The only thing that's interesting about the show is Dan.
Yeah,
Dan
honestly.
is the best part of this season by a country mile. Nothing else is even close to it. And I will say it's probably the worst television I've watched all year.
Yeah.
I think I can say that. I didn't love Loki. I really didn't. I think more than I didn't like it, I think I was let down by it. I wanted it to be unbelievable and it was just okay. So I'm not sure if I really think it was that bad. I just don't think it's the show I wanted it to be. But looking at Lucifer this season, I can probably comfortably say it's the worst bit of television I've watched this year.
And it's such a shame because we've loved Lucifer the character for years and you were one of the people who was like, bring Lucifer back, you know, when it was cancelled.
Yeah.
And you fought for that. You made a video about it all those years ago now. And
wow, thanks. I am old.
No, not that.
Thanks.
But it's such a shame because these characters deserve more and the actors deserve more to work with.
I think that's one of the great things. That was one of the great things about this show is it didn't have the best story all the time, but it had incredible characters. Characters who you wanted to watch every single time they were on screen. This season, I really feel that's been lost and they're trying to tell a story. And I don't want to see a story. I want to see these characters.
Yeah. And you're actually perfectly right. And
I know.
It's become it's become really bland. And for so long especially as we were watching the trailers and figuring out what's going on with the season, we were like, how are they going to end this? And, you know, endings are the most difficult things to do, especially after 6 seasons. The fans need to be satisfied.
And you're never going to please everyone.
Of course not. But it feels like what they've done with Lucifer season 6 feels rushed. It feels unimaginative. Nothing like Lucifer itself. The story was so fresh and juicy in a way that we loved. And this is just dry.
Yeah, it's like a very overcooked steak.
Yeah.
And most people would probably say they like it medium or medium rare. And I don't know how it's got overcooked, but this show has got overcooked.
Yeah, I'm actually kind of happy that we're not getting another season, because I wouldn't watch another season of this.
I wouldn't. And that's even though I've loved 4 seasons of it, and the 5th one was also okay, but this season has just been an absolute slog to try and get through. It's like I'm trying to pull blood out of a rock.
Yeah.
That's what's happening. Every episode is so tedious to try and finish. And we're only on episode 7, I think, now.
Yeah.
It seems like a marathon, and it shouldn't. These episodes were so fun, dynamic, new, spontaneous, and now it's just dull.
We will finish it, and hopefully we'll have better things to say by the end.
Well, the only reason why we're at the point of saying we need to finish it is because Lock and Key Season 2 came out.
Yeah, that's true.
And we need to start that, but we can't start that until we finish Lucifer. So please just let the finale be good. Please let the story wrap up in a decent way. And maybe they've set the story up like this so they can actually give a good finale, and they're kind of letting the overall story fall apart to kind of allow there to be a finale which the fans are happy with and the fans will like. And I guess some people would have loved this season so far. There will be people who would say it's the best season. I'm sure there are. Actually, I'm not sure there are some of those. Some people might say season 4 is the best season, and that's fine, or even season 5. But I think you'd be hard-pressed to find someone who says season 6 is their favourite season of Lucifer. Anyway, guys, if you did enjoy this video, please do like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel down there. If you didn't, if you're Lucifer himself, gonna come after you. He's mad because his show is turned to dog shit. You don't want that, do they?
No.
You really don't, so just subscribe anyway to avoid that. I've been NarendraTheComic.
I've been India.
She's been NONSENSEI. You've been Graham. We'll see you next time. That's tomorrow if you don't know, make a video every single day. Been doing it every day for over 1,000 days now. We ain't stopping till we get to 10,000 subscribers. So do subscribe. Pop back again tomorrow for some more quality shitty content, because we're hashtag never know here, just how it goes. Also bring the because means nonsense in Punjabi. And we also bring that. Bring a lot. Bring a little, do a lot, do a little. But we do indeed bring the quality shitty content on a daily basis. So see you tomorrow. More of the same, slightly different, but essentially the very same. Once more. See you then. Skadoosh.